How good is the start?
It's a good start.
It's a great start.
Yeah, it's the first win.
And why do we play?
You play to win the game.
And what do we want?
I want winners.
I'm not bipartisan. I'm not bipolar. I'm not Biden.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there.
And that is exactly what Michigan has been doing since we began this Friday morning. The more that I think about it, the more Michigan won, guys. Like, we got to talk about this because Michigan has taken it even a step farther than I would expect them to. And this is a good time for me to remind you that the win total for them set by our friends at Bet Online is 9.5, okay? Plus 145, right? Make sure I get this right because I don't want to be wrong about this. Double check myself. I believe it's plus 145. Do I have that right? Yes, for them to go over 9.5 wins. And minus 175 for them to go under 9.5 wins. So those of you living underneath that particular rock, congratulations. You live on Pluto, which is no longer considered a planet. You probably didn't know that Michigan won 8 games last year. After winning the 2023 national championship, that feels like, underperforming. But when you take into account that they did this without a quarterback that was capable of throwing for more than 1,200 yards in a season, literally, Davis Warren threw for 1,199 yards last year. It's pretty remarkable. They also did this without Donovan Edwards doing a damn thing to help Michigan do much of anything last year, even though he's on the cover of EA Sports College Football 25 alongside the Heisman Trophy winner and second overall pick in the NFL draft and a 7th-round quarterback who happened to go to University of Texas. I don't mind telling you. Now, Friday morning, we learned that the NCAA has issued its punishment. And more importantly, what it did not decide to do. Did it decide to give Michigan a bowl ban? Absolutely, positively did not. Did they remember that they gave a bowl ban to Ohio State for selling memorabilia in the form of tattoos? That bowl ban left them out of the national championship for 2012, even though they went undefeated in that 2012 season. Did they remember that even this year, Akron is going to be... They're not going to make a bowl game. But if they did make a bowl game, they wouldn't be able to play for the grades of players past. Now, the reasoning that NCAA gave was that they didn't want to affect the futures and the present of the players that were here for what the staff who is no longer there had done. That being mostly Jim Harbaugh and Conor Stalions, among others, right? Denard Robinson. But Sherrone Moore's still there, and he was the offensive coordinator, offensive line coach for this time. He's the head coach now. He's going to serve a 2-game self-imposed suspension, and then they gave him a suspension for the start of the 2026 season, which doesn't make no friggin' sense, right? It doesn't really, we don't get it. And they're like, hey, but look, we also are fining them basically between $20 million and $35 million, depending on what you think of Michigan's budget and scholarships and so forth. Now, I see this argument that penalizing Michigan by taking away some of its money is really going to do the damage that you would expect a post-bowl game or a post-season bowl ban to do, right? However, you know what else they get to keep? The friggin' 2023 national championship. No vacated wins, none of that, right? So even if I wanted to believe that $20 million is as important as missing the opportunity to play in a bowl game this year, and I don't, right? Put it another way, forget the money you're going to make from playing in the college football playoff. The money that you can make from ticket sales, from merchandise, from simply being the University of Michigan making the college football playoff is going to make up and then some, right? I call this an absolute win of the Smart Hulk variety when they brought back Paul Rudd's Ant-Man after he came back as a baby, as a child, as an old-ass man, and then said, oh my God, found money. The rest of us are looking a lot like Steve Rogers going, how the hell did this happen? How did they get away with this? Meanwhile, Smart Hulk, Michigan's going, you don't understand. What I just did is phenomenal. It is great. I have accomplished time travel. While the rest of us are going, hey, man, yeah, that's right. So maybe let's not do that again. Maybe let's not try that again. And here comes Michigan with an appeal. They're going to appeal the sanctions, which for me, if they get this appeal through, is going to be Tony Stark showing up with the little thing he put around his hand to say, hey, I'm going to make sure we all get back at the same time and place that we started. Oh, my God. It just keeps happening for them. So check it. The Maize and Blue, before the afternoon was over, they issued this press release. We appreciate the work the Committee on Infractions, but respectfully, which could be none, in a number of instances, the decision makes fundamental errors in interpreting NCAA bylaws, saying the NCAA doesn't even know how to read its own bylaws. My God. And it includes a number of conclusions that are directly contrary to the evidence or lack of evidence. In the record, we will appeal this decision to ensure a fair result, and we will consider all other options. The absolute gall, the audacity. You know, number one, it's easy to beat up on the NCAA. I don't enjoy beating up on the NCAA because the NCAA is a maid service that is employed by its member institutions, of which Michigan is one. But somehow we make this the NCAA's fault, as if the NCAA is an arbiter of justice here. No, that's you and me. That's conferences. And to the Big Ten's credit, they did something about this in 2023, which serves to help Michigan's case. And as far as, hey, don't overdo it with the punishments for us, okay? I also look at this and I go, some of y'all just misunderstand. The NCAA having no subpoena power means the NCAA has no subpoena power. They can't make you talk if you don't want to talk, and they did talk. Conor Stalions said he threw his phone into a friggin' pond. You want to film what I was doing? Go get it. To which I get Michigan fans in the comments on this show going like, where's the film? We don't see no film. Ain't no video to show because it's at the bottom of a pond. That ain't our problem. That's just, my God, man. This is why people really hate lawyers. Coming at me with a technicality like that one when you know what the truth is, they're saying, hey, it might be the truth, but you can't prove it. This ain't a few good men. You're not Tom Cruise. Demi Moore's not riding with you. Kevin Bacon's not prosecuting you. Oh, my God. But you know what? They won because they decided I would rather be irresponsible, to put it mildly, with how I construe sign stealing and risk it all to win the 23 national championship than not. I don't care what nobody has to say about that 2023 national championship. That's what Michigan is saying. Guess where the trophy is? It's in Ann Arbor. NCAA ain't go get it, and they're not giving it back. They ain't dumb enough to do what Reggie Bush did, which is give his Heisman back. Like on a related note, I'm an Eagle Scout. Okay, very proud of that fact. I'm extremely proud of that fact. On my honor, I will do my duty to God and my country to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, clean, brave, and reverent. Be prepared. Live it. It's my life. One of the coolest things that I've ever accomplished. Did it when I was 14 years old because I wanted to ensure that I could be into the select group of men who achieved Eagle and go do something with myself and my life. There are those who, for a very stupid reason years ago, gave their damn Eagle Scout rank back. They sent the badge back in the mail, dummies. All of them. Pry it from my cold, dead kung fu grip. And that is what Michigan has said. If it meant something to you, you would fight for it. You would not let anybody just show up and take it, and you would not let anybody kowtow you into giving it back. If you believe you want it, then you're going to keep it. And Michigan, rightly or wrongly, believes they want it. They believe it's theirs. And on that score, I'll ride with them. That's all right. You hear me say this all the time. How hard are you? When it's time to go be about it, are you about it? A lot of conversation with a lot of people talking about just how strong or soft other people are. I have this conversation at the gym. You can see it. I'm no longer a big guy. If I told you that I won a national championship when I was 18 years old in powerlifting, power sports, bench press, deadlift, curl, you might need to look it up. Go right ahead, sir. If I told you that I know how to physically make my body do what I need to do within reason, add weight, gain weight, hit a threshold that's within reach, 300-pound bench, 315, 405 squat, whatever, I can do that because I know how physiology works. Now, there are things that you can't teach, right? More fast twitch fibers, more slow twitch fibers converted from fast twitch can happen, but so forth. What I am saying is Everybody gets the same thing from me. You can try me. And Michigan's saying the same thing. You can try me. And I got tremendous respect for that. I got respect for the person that has on their garage door when they're working out, nobody cares, work harder. I have tremendous respect for every fight must be finished. Now, yeah, I believe what most people believe. Michigan cheated. That's what I believe. I believe they cheated. I also believe they got away with it because we didn't have a system in place that was capable of meeting the moment to hit them with any sort of punishment that feels like it can linger and last or allow for them to have better lawyers than NCAA has committee on infractions because we don't really care. We don't want a robust committee on infractions. We don't. We like it when people circumvent the rules. It's why we really can come up out of our chairs when we find it to be uncouth. I still think we're risking the game. I think when you had players faking injuries, you risk the game. I think when you had given up on the idea of helmet to headset conversation before it was too late, you risk ruining the game. I don't think the television money really factors into it this way. I think we do. If we wanted to have a Michigan not win the way they won, we would have done something about it. And we have since, right? Loopholes are being closed. Things are not being done. But if you're them and you feel that you're right, fight it. Fight it all the way. Because today feels like a win for the maize and blue. And if it feels like a loss for the rest of us, probably because it is.